Oh, oh, it's so beautiful. It's a double rainbow. Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's coldest music nerd, and it's time for an album review. J. Cole, Cole World, the Sideline story.
Oh, I love albums with colons in the title.
Cal calmly calls Cole's colon cool. Crazy. J. Cole is a rapper, producer, singer, who's recently been signed to Jay-Z's record label Roc Nation. It's his first official release. For a while he's been putting out mixtapes and little EPs, kind of, finding his sound and his style. And for the most part, this new LP is everything that he's been doing, but he's kind of going big time with it. I mean, he's really kind of come a long way from sounding kind of generic and really murky in 2007. Now, a lot of this dude's lyrics are about struggling and coming from nothing and making it in the rap game, and we've all heard that angle before, but he kind of peppers his lyrics with flashes of social awareness. And now that he's kind of hitting the big time, he's no longer rapping about how he wants money and he wants girls. Now it's more like he has money and he has girls. Let's start with the production on this thing. I first heard of J. Cole when he was producing for one of my favorite rap albums of this year, Kendrick Lamar's Section 80. He made the beat for High Power, and damn, such a good beat. And the thing is, like, anybody who makes a beat that good must be checked out. So I had to check him out. J. Cole shines the most as a producer, and I think Jay-Z, how he signed rapper-producer Kanye in the early 2000s, he's, trying a little bit to kind of recreate that magic. For the most part, the beats here are really cinematic. The Sideline story, because of the instrumentals, feels like a story. Rising string sections and glistening pianos and cymbal swells, and that's only on the first 2 tracks. The dude's got a pretty diverse array of sounds throughout this album. I like the really heavy, just like bumping electronics on Cole World. I like the chill guitar and organ sampled on Nobody's Perfect, where Missy Elliott is featured. There are these giant epic pitch-shifted choruses on Rise and Shine, and these quivering, like heart-wrenching vocals in the background on God's Gift. And I love the Latin music sample on Can't Get Enough. I know J. Cole did not produce that particular track on the album, but still, it's on here, and it sounds good. The dude's even bringing back old-school boom-bap beats that are littered with soul and jazz piano, like Lights Please, Lost Ones, Sideline Story. J. Cole really knows how to set a mood musically. He knows what sounds kind of should be paired with what messages and ideas, and that's really important. But the thing is, J. Cole as a rapper is really kind of where I end up wanting more. I feel like he has great ideas, great tastes, and a story and a message, but half of the time all he's doing is just reminding me of other rappers. I mean, he has this really mellow, light, sad, introspective side that really reminds me of Drake a lot, where he kind of perceives himself as this character who is famous now, but he's still kind of awkward and he doesn't know quite what to do. He's kind of feeling weird in this fame situation where the lights are blinding him. And also, like Drake, he has a lot of stories, a lot of lyrics about the ins and outs of bad relationships, but I think he goes a little darker with it sometimes, especially on tracks like Never Told and Lost Ones, and I like that. And sometimes when he goes hard, when he goes in on some of these tracks, he reminds me of Kanye West, which is something new, because I was not getting that vibe from a lot of the tracks on Friday Night Lights, one of his last mixtapes. I mean, it's to the point where it was really, like, making me mad. I couldn't handle the irony of the track Cole World. He's rapping all over that song about how other rappers are ripping off his style and about how there's no innovation in the game. How can you say that when at the end of almost every one of your lines you're doing this Kanye West growl? He's going hard and he's got some lyrics, but like, practice what you preach. Come on. So I'm just kind of sitting here wondering if Cole is going to grow into his own or really just end up copying the styles of other rappers in the future, because to me I feel like it could go either way at this point, because there are a lot of tracks on here that catch me as being of a personality that is only his, like Lights Please, where he's rapping about being in this relationship, this really sexual relationship. It's hot, but it kind of distracts him from deeper thoughts and pursuits. Sideline Story, God's Gift, Dollar and a Dream Part 3, those songs hit me as just being really, really personal, just all him. And the song Breakdown, oh, yes! That song is bold. I want to hear more songs like that, more. Because man, he just like tells this story about how his relationship with his father is just non-existent. It's terrible. And I've heard a lot of rappers attack this angle before, but man, he hit the nail on the head. He just made me feel for him on that track. I wanted to cry. Just kind of like battling this hatred for his father, but this, you know, this insane need to have a dad. And a track that feels even bolder than that one to me is Lost Ones, where such a weird concept, but follow me. He basically raps from the perspective of an irresponsible male who gets his girlfriend pregnant, doesn't know what to do, is saying, we can't take care of this kid, we're kids, this is insane. But then in the second verse, he starts rapping from the perspective of the girl he got pregnant. How many rappers do that? It was kind of weird at first, but it actually works. He paints a really detailed story, and he really gets into the character. It does not sound like him. When I first heard this track, I thought it was a feature track, and I'm like, who's this other guy rapping from the perspective of this girl? It was him. Acting! I'm hearing spots on here that are really exciting and unique, and I just want more. But then, J. Cole will just turn around and do a song like Mr. Nice Watch. And come on, if you've heard that song, let's admit it. That is a throwaway from Watch the Throne. Come on. The electronic beat, the Kanye level cockiness. Jay-Z even comes on for a feature and has the balls to recycle the same flow he used on Ham. Now, as far as lyrics go, for the most part, Cole has them, but sometimes he doesn't. I got the game in a headlock, I'm red hot, and here's a good one. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, they're not. These might pass in 1982, but not 2011. I let you feel like you're the shit, but boy, you can't out-fart me. Got 150 bitches in the club staring at me. How that feel? Very happy. It's like Waka Flocka Flame, your ghostwriter. Not to mention that you could probably start a drinking game with this album, oriented around how many times Cole uses his name in place of the word cold. The moments on here where Cole is being really introspective, being his intelligent self, those are the moments I like the most, where he's just being creative, he's trying new things, he's rapping from the perspective of a pregnant girl. I like that. He's just challenging other rappers' abilities by doing something different. The party, money, girl tracks are kind of where he loses me. And not because I'm against those kinds of tracks in general, but because when he does that stuff, he just ends up sounding like somebody else. He doesn't sound like himself. I have a love-hate relationship with this album. Some tracks are just so fantastic to me, and others, you know. I wanted to be as excited for this as I know a lot of you guys are. And I was at first, but as I listened to it more and more and more, just the things I did not like became more apparent. I'm feeling the strongest and beefiest and most muscular of sixes on this album. I liked it overall, but only a little bit. But what do you think of this thing? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Why? And what should I review next? Anthony Fantano, Cole World, forever.